Wonderful. So, Senka, I know that you don't like to talk about yourself, but give us a little bit of your background.
All right. So I did my undergraduate study in biochemistry, and I did that in Novi Sad, Serbia, where I was born. And I moved for my PhD to Graz, Austria, and I completed the PhD in molecular medicine at the Medical University of Graz. And I also did my postdoc at UC Davis, California, at University of California, Davis, where I also had the chance to introduce myself to the world of coaching. And I'm really happy that I'm going to talk about those two things and join them together in today's video.
Oh, that's wonderful. So as we talk about Science to Wellbeing, and of course the Values to Wellbeing Coach Certification Program, tell us a little bit about why. Why was the program brought into the world, and what was the inspiration behind it?
Sure. So my way to this program is a little bit, let's say, unconventional, because unlike many coaches who actually first do their certification and then get interested in various scientific studies that can actually help their coaching practice, I had a little bit of an opposite path. So I'm a basic researcher, and I work in the field of the cardiac physiology and pathophysiology, and it's been now, I guess, good 10 years that I'm in this field. And while I'm really deeply interested in understanding the molecular mechanism of heart diseases, how they occur, how they progress, and why do they come to this irreversible stage, there is one more thing that actually followed me throughout my entire scientific career. So I really, really wanted to know, is there a link between mental health and physical well-being? And can we actually do something to improve the way we feel, and that this can help actually have measurable effect on our health? So in the other words, for me as a person working in the field of cardiology, it would mean, can we prevent chronic heart diseases by changing the way we think? And in my search for methodology that could help me lead such a project, where I would have run a longitudinal study on subjects who I would assess their well-being before the, let's say, training program or practice, and then after I provide the training or a practice, and that I can see an improvement in the way how they feel and their well-being, this actually led me to not such a great conclusion, actually, that such a methodology and practices are very rare, or I would say largely missing, and that the closest it gets is the coaching and the coaching practice. And that was the reason why I decided to, parallel to my postdoc, do the coaching training myself, so to get to know this world inside out and the way how it works. And another thing about the coaching and its related, its connection to the science, I really do love the coaching approach, how it's open-ended, and how we with our questions actually stimulate clients to do some really deep introspection. One thing really, really surprised me, and that is that the conventional coaching practice actually leverages the science of well-being and the psychology and physiology of well-being and happiness to a very, very limited extent. And what I mean with this is that, for example, if you ask your client what do they need to feel fulfilled, and they, for example, say, I need a new job, or I need to lose weight, or I need a better relationship to my partner, I think it's a really good way to start this travel of introspection. But I think as a coach, it is your responsibility to also know what the science have to say on this question. And when I say science, it's not just the first article that you Google when you ask Google, what do I need to be happy? I mean, like a real science. And there are more decades of research and more than 100 teams in the world working, what do we need to be happy? And I think it's really a shame that we don't use that to its full potential of this research in the coaching practice. Yeah. And this is why I made it my personal mission to help more people approach their life and works with ways that are proven to work. And this is why in Science to Wellbeing, we study psychology, sociology, physiology, neuroscience of well-being, and we teach what the science says are ways proven to work, proven to foster effectiveness, resilience, well-being, and thriving environment.